Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome to the Soul Drop channel, and today we're going to be talking about the best cushioning setups that you can get right now. And of course, cushion is super subjective, right? But I did try to break it down into categories. But it's really hard to categorize cushioning setups because it's like there's so much overlapping. And what has the best heel cushion, what has the best forefoot, what's the best impact protection, what's the best court feel and all that, and like it kind of like overlaps. Some shoes are in a lot of categories and stuff like that. So sorry, it is a pretty long list, but I will try to get into detail on like each category and each shoe. So if you guys do want to get any of these shoes, I try to leave an affiliate link in the description box. But as far as the best all-around cushioning setups go, and that is where it's kind of like subjective, because for me all around is like it does everything very, very well. You know what I mean? So like subcategories of cushion, impact protection, court feel, step and comfort, like step and comfort, underfoot cushioning and stuff like that, bounce, compression, comfort, softness and stuff like that. And it just does all of that like very, very well. You know what I mean? So my like number one pick will definitely have to be the Wow 10. I love the Wow 10. It does everything very, very well, right? So court feels great. You have very good step and comfort because it is full length boom right underneath the foot, but it gives us that very, very nice like soft mesh strobel board, so you can have that very nice step and comfort, very nice underfoot cushioning. Impact protection overall is nice. You have nice bounce, you have nice compression. Although it is very, very caged, that cage is still like soft, right? So you still have nice compression and all that. So the Wow 10 overall is a super nice all-around cushioning setup. And same thing with the AC10 V2. I would actually say it's a little bit better than the Wow 10 if you want a little bit more compression, right? So you have, in the Wow 10 you have that cage, right? But in the AC10 V2 you don't. You actually have kind of like that midsole and it's kind of exposed. So you have like better cushion from the midsole, but it's pretty much the same. Like you have the boom right underneath the foot with that soft mesh strobel board, great step and comfort, good impact protection, good subtle bounce right underneath your foot. It's comfortable and all that. So the AC10 V2 also is a great option. Next we got the Zion 2. I really like the Zion 2 cushioning setup. You have, in the heel and like midfoot area, there's the air strobel unit, and then in the forefoot we have a very large volume zoom unit, and it's not too crazy, like a forefoot zoom strobel unit would be like, in the Kyrie Infinity or the Jordan 37. It's like, an old school kind of like top loaded zoom unit, which feels nice. You get, I would say court feel isn't the best, but it's still like pretty good. And then impact protection, of course, great. The foam, you have great compression, it's comfortable, it's soft, underfoot cushion is great. So the Zion 2 is a great option, but not the best for court feel. All right, next we got the LeBron 20 as well. LeBron 20, in forefoot, you got that Zoom Turbo unit, which has a nice little subtle bounce. In the heel, we got Kush on, which is a little too much at first, but it does bottom out, right? And then you have pretty good court feel, impact protection is good, step and comfort's good. Not the best in the heel, but you do have that forefoot Zoom Turbo unit. So the LeBron 20 also is a good all-around cushioning setup. And then I would say the PG6 and the 2A V3 is also a nice overall cushioning setup, but not as good as the other shoes that I mentioned. It's kind of more like a runner-up, consolation. PG6, great court feel, right? You're low to the ground, heel compression is great. You have a nice soft bounce in the heel, but the forefoot could be a little bit better. But it's still a nice overall cushioning setup for me. And also same thing with 2A V3, right? Like court feel is great. You have a little bit of heel compression. Forefoot is a little bit more dead. Impact protection also could be a little bit better, but it's still an overall nice, like responsive cushioning setup. All right, going on to the next category, we got impact protection. So like on really hard impacts, if you want the best impact protection, these are kind of the shoes that I picked, right? So first we got the Zoom GT Cut 2. Zoom GT Cut 2 is absolutely insane. We have full length Zoom strobel, right? And also we have full length React. It's a drop-in midsole. Court feel sucks, but if you're looking for crazy bounce and crazy impact protection, then this shoe is amazing. Your feet are not gonna hurt from like crazy hard impact, because you just have the Zoom unit and the React midsole. So GT Cut is great. Obviously it's a little too bouncy, and also court feel isn't great, so that's why I didn't like the GT Cut. But obviously if you're just looking for impact protection, GT Cut 2 is good. All right, next we got the Triang II. The Triang II is boost, and also light strike, but it's very soft in the heel. You know, if you're doing heel strikes and stuff like that, it's great. Forefoot impact also is pretty damn nice with the light strike, and also the strobe board is like on the softer side of things, so it's like really good for really hard impact. So Triang II is a great option. Also another great option is the Adidas Dame 8, right, with the Bounce Pro. You know, the Bounce Pro foam is super duper soft. It's very bad for responsiveness, right? For me personally, it's a little too mushy. It's a little too soft, right? So I don't feel very quick when I'm playing in it, especially when I'm doing like heel dominant strides down the court. So not the best for like court feel and not the best for like responsiveness, but if you're looking for a crazy softness, a lot of compression and comfort and impact protection, especially on heel strikes, the Dame 8 is a great option. And of course, if we're gonna put the GT Cut 2 in this list, then we have to put the GT Jump in it, right? So crazy zoom units. You have folding zoom unit right underneath the foot, and then a double stacked forefoot and heel zoom unit. So yeah, you're gonna be good to go. It's super duper bouncy. Of course, court feel isn't the best, but you know, very bouncy, right underneath the foot, and a lot of compression and very good impact protection, right? Next, of course, we got the Zion 2. You know, it was also in a good all-around cushioning setup, and also Zion 2, you know, you have the foam. You know, foam has a good amount of compression. You have the air strobe unit in the heel, and also forefoot zoom unit. So impact protection is great in the Zion 2. Next, also we have the LeBron 20 with the Cushlon in the heel and Zoom Turbo unit in the forefoot. Even if you're doing super hard impacts, you should be good to go. I mean, it's LeBron and Zion Williamson, you know what I mean? They need impact protection. You know, they're huge, they weigh a lot, and they are very athletic. So there's that. Next, we got the AC10 V2 as well. The Wild 10 isn't on this list because it's like cage, but the AC10 V2 with the exposed midsole, you have nicer compression and also that full length boom right underneath the foot with that soft mesh strobe board. So impact protection, even on hard impacts, the AC10 V2 is awesome. And also, obviously, pretty much any shoe with full length zoom strobe like the KD15 and the Cosmic Unity 2. So those are all very good options if you're looking for crazy good impact protection. Next, of course, we got bounce, and same thing. You know, if you're looking for a lot of bounce, especially right underneath the foot, like underfoot cushion, then obviously full length zoom strobe like the Cosmic Unity 2 and the KD15, you have a crazy amount of bounce. It's, for me, it's just a little too much. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, sometimes it's a little too much. Sometimes I do like it, but obviously it's super bouncy, right? And also the Jordan 37 is a little too much for me as well. But if you're looking for crazy bouncy cushion in the forefoot, then it's double stack zoom. You have a zoom strobe unit in the forefoot, and it's double stacked. So you have a crazy amount of compression, a crazy amount of bounce. So yeah, the Jordan 37. And then if you want something a little bit more subtle, then you can go with either the Kyrie 8 or the Kyrie Infinity. It's same, you know, you have a zoom strobe unit, but it's not double stacked, so it's not as crazy, but it's still pretty damn crazy, especially for me. So yeah, obviously if you're looking for bounce, then those are great. Also the Zoom GT Cut 2, as I mentioned before, you know, full length zoom strobe unit with it's double stacked in the heel, right, with that, you know, hex pod underneath the full length React midsole, drop in midsole. So you have a lot of compression, a lot of bounce. So there's a GT Cut 2. Also, if you're looking for a nice, more like subtle bounce, which I like these a little bit better than Zoom Strobe, just because the Zoom Strobe is a little too crazy, a little too much for me at times, then the Wild 10 and the AC10 V2 are very good options if you want like a very a nice, like more subtle bounce, but I still have a nice bounce pretty much right underneath the foot because boom is soft and also offers nice bounce, and obviously because of that softer mesh strobe board, right? So there's that. And also, last but not least, we have court feel. So court feel is pretty important to me as well. If I feel super high up off the ground, like in old school LeBrons, like the LeBron 19 and stuff, then I don't like the cushioning setup all too much, you know what I mean? So yeah, if you're looking for court feel, then these are really good options. Let's start off with the Leaning Speed 9 Premium. Amazing court feel, and in like this entire list, I would actually say it has probably the best cushion because underfoot cushion is super nice. You have that soft mesh strobe board. Light foam, you have nice compression. And like I said, court feel is absolutely amazing. Like you're pretty much right on top of the ground, which I like. So Speed 9 Premium, amazing court feel. Same thing with the Harden Volume 6. I mean, all Hardens usually have really good court feel, but the Harden Volume 6 super low to the ground, but also It's not as soft as the mesh strobel board found in like the leaning and way of weight shoes, but it's still like a softer strobel board in the heel. You know what I mean? You have full length boost. So it's still nice, but amazing cord feel. Next, we got the New Balance two-way V3. I don't know what it is with New Balance and the two-way series, but it has amazing cord feel. The V2 was also amazing cord feel. Full length fuel cell, you have nice compression in the heel. But yeah, you're just super low to the ground in the V3. And next we got the Kyrie 10. Kyrie 10 also with the full. It's not great. I mean, I would say it's probably like the worst cushioning setup on this list if you want anything from your cushion, like comfort, compression, softness, balance, impact protection, right? But I mean, it has really good cord feel. Like you're pretty much right on top of the ground. Actually wouldn't say it's as good as like the Speed 9 Premium, the 2A V3, and the Hardy Volume 6, however, but it still has good cord feel. So maybe I shouldn't have put the Kyrie 10s on this list. But you know, it still has good cord feel, so that's why I wanted to add it on this list. And last but not least, we got the Way of Wade 808 2. So you have a drop-in midsole, where you got full length cloud, but it has very good cord feel and also very good step and comfort because your foot is right on top of that foam, courtesy of the drop-in, right? The drop-in midsole. So yeah, 808 2 also has great cushion. Not the best for impact protection, right? Your foot, you know, because it is soft, your foot like kind of bottoms out the cloud cushion a little bit, and it's not the best for impact protection. Not terrible, but not the best, right? But anyways, that about concludes this video. Sorry, it's like, it was kind of all over the place, but it's really hard to like categorize everything as far as cushioning setups goes, because cushioning setup, like I said, is subjective, and there's just so many different types of cushioning setups that you can put together in a shoe, right? Like, you know, what do you want to prioritize? Do you want to prioritize impact protection? You want to prioritize forefoot cushion, heel cushion, and how do you categorize all that? But anyways, hopefully this video is helpful to you guys. And also, if you guys do want to get any of these shoes, I'll try to leave an affiliate link in the description box. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.